Chapter 892. Recognized as strong boys.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on yet another episode of the Podcast. Pirate boys living life being heroes. I'm the best guy ever, and this is Hypocrite.
Don.
Living life with a don as our forefathers commanded.
That's what they said. That's what in the background of like they built the ship and there's big Don letters behind it on the first page.
It's true. Chapter 892, recognized as strong opponents, an incredibly verbose and terrible sounding title, but nonetheless. And yes, on our cover page here, Leo and the gang who have become pirates were given a lovely pirate ship by the denizens of Dressrosa as a reward for helping fix the city. And tell us about it, Gib.
Yes,
it is. What's the deal?
It's got leaves on it and a mushroom, and Usopp doing the big screamo face for when he was
legendary
a Jesus God moment. Yes,
it's true. I'd also like to point out that you can see the size of the Tontatas relative to the boat, and that boat is like gigantic compared to their size.
That's like for them. That's a Don Krieg sort of ship.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, there have been gigantic pirate ships in One Piece before, but, you know, like, this is just ridiculous. This is just obscene. I think
it's mostly just so that when it's next to all the other One Piece fleet, it wouldn't look like a little dinghy.
I think we will definitely be seeing, like, everyone's pirate ships together, either towards the end of One Piece or, you know, sometime. So we will definitely see this ship again. When the shit's going down.
I love that Usopp so much.
It's incredible. It's just such a lovely comeback. It's such a funny way to reincorporate as the fucking, like, head... What do you call it? The headmask? The figure...
I had it in my head when I read it earlier, but I can't remember.
It's the mermaid on the front of the ship. God, I gotta Google it.
The munched, the minced, the helms.
It's a thing. Figurehead. The figurehead. Of course.
Go figure.
Hilarious. Oh, no.
Well, it's also a cannon, so, you know, they could snipe with that. It looks like it's because it's a Tontata cannon.
True.
It's also basically just a gun, so, you know, snipe.
Indeed. And up top, they're flying the flag of... Well, actually, I don't see the flag of the One Piece of the Straw Hats or anything. I just see their Tontata flag. But hey, that's cool. For a second, I thought that top one was like Luffy's flag, but then I realized it actually is not, and it is the dwarf pirates or whatever they're called. I don't know if they have a name. Yes. Well, in any case, that's that. They got a ship.
Very
Good for
cute.
them. Very cute. On to the chapter. And at the very end, we were seeing a figure in the distance. 2 weeks ago. Feels like fucking forever now. Let's see what that was. We were saying how we think it could be a fake out, could be mysterious. There's ways to go in this arc yet.
I had this idea that it was Sanji's brothers, but no.
Indeed. We thought they might be relevant at last.
It was what we thought. Although the brothers could still be relevant. Because, like...
I think they will be in another way.
There's things about, like, stuff like this that I've tried to, like, understand the way that Oda, like, changes things a little bit in the way that nobody can really, like... It's, like, obvious that it could be possible for Bege to just, like, draw Big Mom away, but for some reason, it's not something you ever consider because of the things that are in the chapter before. But it doesn't feel like a fake-out, like, oh, nobody could have seen that coming. It's just like, oh, yes, for some reason... I didn't think of that. I didn't think that Bege could lead Big Mom away and they could split up. I thought Big Mom would immediately catch up to Bege and eat it right then and there. But no, she's chasing them still. So like,
so like that's what they're gonna do for a while now, I guess. And like the Straw Hats like aren't with them anymore, and like they're gonna meet up later. Well, okay, I guess we'll get to that when we'll get there. To it. It was a little confusing, but okay. So basically, okay, bam, there it is. It's Sanji. He's on the horizon. They got the cake. It's exactly what you would have expected if, you know, you didn't expect any surprises. It's literally Sanji with Bege. They arrive to you know, reunite with the Straw Hats who are on the ship. And there Sanji goes with a big ol', literally in front of his fucking wife, is just like, I love Nami more than you!
Yeah, it's kind of funny how he does that. I don't think we see Pudding, like, react to this
No, we don't. Which
so
I took big notice of, that we do not see her reaction. I wanted to see that real bad.
I think we're going to see that in a bit. Because
I think Oda right now is deliberately avoiding it. Like, he wants to do the big meme of, like, Sanji, like, loving... Like, this thing of, like, double Sanji, like, wiggling, is, like, particularly cartoony, and I quite like it. It's very funny looking. But yeah, like, this is like old meme Sanji, and but like, I cannot forget that Pudding is here and is, like, in love with Sanji.
I think
that's important.
I think the reason he's not drawing attention to it is because there's a lot of things that happen in this chapter, and having, like, a couple panels of Pudding being mad at Sanji, like a joke there, would waste pages, and he wants to save that for another time, or like when he has more space.
I'm kind of wondering if, like, how serious is this whole thing with Pudding and the romance going on here? I don't think
it
like,
means
Oda
anything like
doesn't...
that. It's obviously that he's just like, oh, Nami, I'm finally here. Like, obviously he likes Nami.
Yeah, you know what I've noticed, though? Like, Sanji really has not had any moments like this for Pudding, like, ever. Like, he's...
Well, near the beginning, I think, when he first saw her, maybe.
I'm pretty sure I remember thinking that, like, the whole thing was that because this is, like, his betrothed, this is the one woman who he doesn't react in this way to, and which definitely made her stand out and seem,
I think that might
serious.
be, like, a thing. Like, the one who would be the best match for Sanji is the one who he's, like, more comfortable around and less like a dumb idiot like this.
Exactly, which is why, like, he doesn't, like, okay, he definitely cares about Nami, and they're definitely friends, but, okay, you know what, let's just keep going, we'll get to it, we'll see their reunion, and Bege's all like, good job, guys, good job, cool. Yeah, I'm gruff, I'm cool. And, but man, like, it's just, okay, like, he's just, like, bursting with love for Nami right now. It's just, like, over the top. He loves Nami just, like, so visibly much more than Pudding. It's, like... This is some brutal cuckoldry going on here. Definitely an uncomfortable thing, just to think about what Pudding's face must be like that Oda does not show us.
No, it's just...
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, maybe if you want to spin it like that in your own brain, but I think the point is just that it's a funny joke, and it's a happy reunion. I mean, Sanji respects Luffy more than Nami, I think, but he doesn't do the love heart thing because he's a guy. I mean, I'm not saying that he sees Pudding as a guy, but I think he respects her more, or maybe, like, understands her. Well, he doesn't understand her more. He hasn't known her for that long.
I mean, like, he'd be happy to see his friends, but it's like, specifically, he's like, it's Nami! Oh my god, who I literally love! I literally love Nami!
Well, maybe there could be, maybe this could be, like, implying that there's an element of, like, he only does this with people he's just joking around with. Like, he does this to every woman he sees.
You know, this is a little, like, because One Piece is a comedic show, and, like, now romance is involved, at least to some degree, with, like, Sanji and Pudding and stuff. I guess I don't really feel like I have much of a bearing on, like, how seriously to take this, so I suppose I will just reserve judgment until, like, the end of the arc, and then just see how things wrap up. So, I don't know. We'll wait and see, I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't think of, like, the things you were thinking of when I saw it.
I can't help but take this seriously. Like, Sanji and romance is now in One Piece. Pudding loves him. You know, this isn't like a complete joke like it was with Boa Hancock. Like, that's a fucking meme. Like, nobody cares about what Boa Hancock thinks about Luffy. At least no one intelligent does.
Well, I think maybe it's what I feel is that, if there's gonna be, like, a distinction between the way he treats random women who are beautiful and Nami and Robin, and then Pudding, it would imply that he, being more serious around them is better for, is, like, more his type. Which is, like, not a bad thing. It's just a different thing.
I don't know.
But we'll get to it later when it comes up again, probably.
We definitely will. But, okay, so in any case, they're pulling up, and our boys, Prospero, our main character of One Piece, is just, like, talking about, they bring up this thing about, like, Bege's got the cake, definitely poisoned. Like, they're doing this thing again where, I mean, this is why... it is Bege, but Prospero's like, oh, no, I gotta give him the cake, because Mama will, like, kill us all if she doesn't, but then if she eats the cake and it's definitely poisoned because Bege's there, she'll fucking die and then the Big Mom Pirates will be done. Oh, what do I do? I don't know,
well,
man. There's a lot of, like,
what I
thinking
assume
going on.
I mean, it's obviously a trouble, because, like, he can't... trying to stop Big Mom from eating a delicious cake, he'll be eaten, he'll die. And he won't even probably be able to do it. I think what he might try to do, or what he's planning to do, is to taste it himself first, like to sacrifice himself, just to make sure Big Mom doesn't eat it, which would be like a really cool moment for him, but then it'll just be delicious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how this is really going to resolve. That would make sense, but like it seems like they're making it so like this character of Prospero will like have to make a decision about whether or not he like allows Big Mom to just like eat the cake. I don't know, is this like informing his character or something? I don't really know what the deal is. And you know what? I realized something else about this whole thing and this chapter in general. One Piece is great at like being super smart but making the reader feel like it's effortless. Like all of Skypiea is like so masterfully written from start to finish in terms of like the grand narrative. Maybe not every second is like amazing. Like a lot of the fights with the Shandians are a little bit dull because I don't care about those characters very much. Even though Wiper was pretty cool. But like everything about like Eneru being God and like having the power of lightning and being able to like use this devil fruit power as is applicable in One Piece, and like having mantra and like having a power equivalent to that of a god, and then Luffy being like from, you know, like an earthling from down below who's like the one man who can challenge a god, and like the fact that rubber can beat electricity, like, and then the bell ringing and like everything related to Norland and all that stuff. Like all that is so masterfully set up, yet feels effortless in the story as you read it, just chapter to chapter. It just makes sense. Whereas all this stuff with like the poison and like the different directions the ships are going, this all feels like a lot of mental labor is like happening in One Piece before me, and it's just like different and a little uncomfortable.
I think things have happened like that in the past. That's why they have like the maps every so often to like, all right, here's where everybody fucking is. That's just true. So you remember. And I don't mind that when they got the map there. And
I know. It's just, when things get complicated, they kind of have to do that stuff. And, you know, I like to get through it as fast as possible. And, you know, it's just one chapter or whatever, so it's not a big deal.
I don't find this poison thing to be that complex. It's obviously, he needs to just follow Big Mom, and he'll decide...
It's not complex. It's just weird.
Why is it weird?
It's weird just because, like, they take time out to really, like, bring up this point that feels like... I don't know, it just feels like so unusual that they would have to dwell on this like plot point to the degree that they have.
If it's a plot point that they're dwelling on, that means it's going to come up. Like he's going. I think he's going to do something to try and stop. But like I really feel like if he tries to like, he imagines he's going to sacrifice himself to eat to taste a bit of the cake first. Like I'll taste it to make sure it's good, and you know it turns out it's fine.
You're probably right.
And then it'll be like, oh, like he thought he was going to die. and it was like a really cool thing for like the son of Big Mom to sacrifice himself to make sure not only that Big Mom lives, but the whole country and the crew lives. Because if he stops her, or he tries to stop her, she'll kill everyone. Right. And if Big Mom dies, the crew is finished, basically. So that's like a big moment for him, which would be really cool.
You know what? I will just be very interested to see where that goes. Because right now, we're in the thick of it. To me, it seems a little awkward, I guess is just the word I'd use. I'm looking forward to the end of this particular arc of the poisoned cake saga. Really want to know how this one resolves.
Meanwhile, the slug boy that he's riding on is very cute. Looking
good as always. Love that guy.
Yeah, he's making... What's that? If you put that mouth on its side, and it's like... What do you call
a curly
those?
Brace. A curly brace.
Yeah, he's got a curly brace mouth.
He does. How adorable. And before he had like a sawtooth mouth kinda, in like the last GIF I think, or the last thumbnail or whatever. I don't know what. This is Homestuck. Right. Well.
All right.
So now.
Yeah, we're getting to what Bege is thinking of doing. I think. We don't know exactly how, but Bege still plans to assassinate Big Mom when she eats the cake.
Okay, see, but this is the thing.
Is this why it's confusing you?
I mean, yeah, like, now he's just going on about how, like, okay, no, I am actually going to, like, murder Big Mom, and, I guess I'll just let her eat the cake, even though I literally plan on, like, murdering her afterward, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, if he was just like, you know what, I give up, like, I'm done with this, you know, I just want to resolve this and leave, like, then it would make sense, but because he's still on about killing her, now it's weird. Well, now they're making it weird.
I don't think it's too weird. He's like a gangster. He doesn't like trust that Big Mom being full is going to mean he can get away. He's going to continue what he wants to kill her for like status and like cool. I'm a cool guy. I kill guys.
Right.
So like, she can eat the cake and she'll be nice and full. But when she's like lying down on the deck, like going, delicious, I'm gonna slit her throat somehow. I mean, I don't know how he plans to do that, but like, that's just what it makes sense to me that he wants to continue doing that because he's surrounded by the crew. Like
in my mind right now, what I would do if I were Oda writing this whole poison thing, like instead I would have Bege just like not talking about any of this, just being generally sneaky. And then, like, at the end, as Big Mom's about to eat the cake, he, like, sneakily, like, tries to embed poison in it. And then at that moment, there's a small confrontation where Sanji stops him and says, like, no, eating is sacred to me. No one could do it. And then Bege, in that one moment, it's like, okay, I respect you because you did this. And then, like, Bege can have been in character this whole time as, like, wanting to assassinate her, but then in that one moment, he just respects, like, a colleague, Sanji in this case, and then after that, he can be like, okay, and you know what, now I'm going to try to murder her afterward. Like, that just seems more elegant to me, something like that.
Well, I don't know, I feel like this exact same thing you just said is happening, except he ate the cake and said, all right, she can eat it. Or something.
The difference is he's doing this weird thing now, and I'm not trying to harp on about this. I don't think this is that big a deal, but since we're discussing it anyway, it's like he's doing this thing of like saying like, okay, I won't try to kill Big Mom in this super convenient way that would definitely work. I will, I'll just won't do that. But then I will right afterward try to kill her again. And
why would it be super convenient to kill her?
Because we know she's going to eat this cake, and like he himself mentioned like I want to poison this cake. And then was told by Sanji that he can't or something. I don't know. It just there's a conflict of interest here that seems a little
I think it's implied, like you're supposed to infer from the way Bege reacted when he ate the cake that he was like incapacitated and on the floor in bliss. Like I think you as a reader are supposed to imagine that Big Mom is going to go through that and then Bege is going to kill her when she's completely defenseless. Like right now, she can still attack people. Well, and after she eats, she's going to be defenseless, I think, is the idea.
What I was getting out of it was that out of respect to Sanji and Sanji's desire to just give people good food, that Bege will just, like, allow Big Mom to eat the cake unpoisoned, which to me is some bullshit. Like, why would Bege give a shit? Does he really respect Sanji that much? Like, isn't he... Like, this is, like, his main goal in life, to, like, kill Yonko and become a bad guy. When your main goal in life conflicts with some guy's, like... personal principles, there should be a conflict. You shouldn't just bow to them.
I think it's less complex than that. I think it's just, Sanji, you cooked the thing. I owe you a favor. I owe you one. Or, like, you saved me in some way, and you helped. And, like, all right, you know what? I'll do this one thing. But after that, I get to do whatever I like. And then Sanji's like, fine.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it doesn't seem so bad. But... It's a little silly, but that's the nature of One Piece in general. And
I think it's
sort of a thing where just like the Straw Hats just kind of are silly boys who just go around life and beat their drum. They go to the beat of their own drum. And like typically throughout One Piece, they have swept up their allies in just going along with them and like doing the silly shit that they want to do. And this definitely feels like one of those moments. And when I think of it that way, I don't mind it so much. I think it's quirky.
It's you're just like, you're a cool guy, I'm a cool guy, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, I'll do this, I'll do you a solid, I'll do this for you, and then I can, then we're off on our own, and we're like separate ships, we're on our own after that, and that's like, cool, sick, like that's like a cool gangster thing to say, or to do, to hold up an end of the bargain, to always pay your debts,
But let's get to the hilarity. As Sanji does indeed, like, Pudding gets on the carpet and to bring Sanji over. And Sanji just, like, once again sits in the roll of the carpet. Like, so he won't sit next to Pudding, which is hilarious. And I laughed. It was good.
Is it because she can't handle him up there? Or was it because...
I mean, that was the reason before, so I assume so.
Yeah,
Very silly.
maybe that is it. I assumed it was because, like, oh, we don't want them to know Sanji is going this way, but it really doesn't matter if they see Pudding at all. Well, actually, no, the Big Mom Pirates don't yet know that Sanji was with Pudding. Like, they're collaborating, so I guess...
That's true.
I guess, yeah, it makes kind of a sense for him to... But I do like the idea that this is just the default.
This is the default, yeah. And by the way, I want to point out something. We're reading the Jaiminese, I can never fucking pronounce it. I think it's Jaiminese box scanlations. And on page 6, where these things are happening, we're seeing like a thing going on in the panel where Pudding is saying like, "Hey Sanji, let's go," and then there's a panel of her looking really angry. And like the way that they scanlated this completely loses the joke that was supposed to be happening here. Where what's supposed to be happening is Pudding is like, "Hey Sanji, I'm really cute, let's go, unless," and then in the next panel it's supposed to be her saying, "Unless you want to die," when she's got her angry face.
Oh.
But but because like right now it doesn't make any sense. She just has her angry face while she's just saying like, "Let's ride my carpet." Which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they ruined that. Like, they ruined it. Now I get it. Like, "Hey Sanji-san, you better hurry up," like heart. And then in the same bubble, it's "if you don't want to die," but that should have been the same. Yeah, that's weird. Why'd they do that?
They fucked up. They just weren't giving it enough thought, I guess. Well, okay, not a big point. Get your shit together, Jaiminese.
Hey, Jaime. Hey, Jaime Lannister.
What's the deal? Oh, yeah, Jaime Lannister, good boy. So Big Mom has laid her eyes upon the blessed cake, and she's coming in multiple ways.
Oh, yes. There it is.
Oh, lewd. She looks cool. She's riding a giant sun. It's cool.
Am I stupid? Where did Zeus go?
Zeus was depleted. He got cut in half a while ago. Maybe he's like...
Oh, maybe Nami
exploded?
got him in a bottle or something. Maybe he's just gone for the moment.
I think the last time we saw him, he was a little tiny baby, because like he got like blowed up, basically. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, and I guess he's not with them at the moment.
Yeah, he's
out
of juice.
Back. I remember like Nami peaching his cheek and saying, "You're not gonna run away from me again," or something.
Right.
So she has him, I guess. Cool.
Yeah, seems that way. But so Big Mom's coming. Okay, here's the thing though. Why the fuck can't Big Mom catch up to them? Like, what is Big Mom's like travel speed? I don't understand what the rules are here.
It's weird because you would assume it's real quick, but I guess
she's riding on literal fire. That should be like that seems like it'd be fast. I guess I don't know
and
that.
You know what is kind of ridiculous about it? Is that, well, actually no. She maybe like before she had caught up to the Straw Hats and she was floating next to their ship and just attacking it with stuff because she wanted to get inside to see the cake. So she wasn't like chasing them at that point, because you can see now she's flying faster than they are to go ahead of them to that ship. The only thing is like, how is Bege going to fucking not? I guess they're just going to fight her off somehow for 3 hours.
How that's gonna work, but okay. I don't understand how like before I kind of skipped over this, but there's a page of like Chopper being like, "Woo, that was a close one. I almost, like I really got fucked up." Like, how did Chopper do anything to stop Big Mom?
They didn't show a single panel of what he was doing. No, they
didn't. I don't like. She's riding a sun. What could Chopper do against Prometheus here? I don't
punches
understand.
The flames. It's like Prometheus is like, ow, ooh, go away, little giant furry, and you try to burn him.
Yeah.
And Chopper's like, no, I'm real tough. I'm not gonna move. And then he's like,
maybe he's fire retardant in some way.
Oh, he's retarded, all right.
Right. Well, in any case, we get the moment. Sanji lands on the deck of the Sunny. He's back. Oh, and he gets a big old hug. And look at him as he immediately. So Brook and Chopper and Nami all hug him. His eyes just lock on Nami, and he bursts into like, "I literally love you, Nami." It's just like, oh my God, Pudding is right there. All I'm saying is that the Sanji Nami fags are gonna be all over this shit. They are gonna run with this for generations to come, confirming their ship. Like, look at her little crying face.
That.
Oh, God.
It's a really cute crying face. I do like the fact that after he goes, "I love you," Nami just jumps away like, "Oh, I don't want to be part of that."
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad he's okay, but
he's literally
Jesus.
forming some sort of love twister that she barely escapes the grasp of in some way. But it's sick, though. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I don't mind the idea that, like, certain fags, like Nami, Sanji, ex-shipper fags are being, like, sated. Yeah. I don't mind other people being happy or, like, having, like, fuel for their weird ideas. I just think this is cute, and, you know...
No, I agree. I mean, people can ship whoever they want. I might disagree. But I do think that...
Oh, no,
sorry,
continue.
go ahead.
No, you continue.
Okay, well, I was just going to say that, like, to me, it's, like, weird that Sanji seems, like, so into Nami after all this shit we've just gone through with Pudding. And, like, to me, it seems like Pudding's the girl for Sanji. It seems, like, pretty clear that that's how things should go. But I don't Oda's really coding it a different way now.
I think that's why he's going so comedic with this, like, reunion.
I just feel bad for Pudding.
Like, if he was just sort of like...
Sanji just forgot about her. He just forgot about her. She's right there.
Look, seriously.
Okay.
But imagine this. Like, Sanji lands, and then Nami's there, and she's crying. She hugs him, and he doesn't do anything weird like this. He just sort of smiles and said, "I'm glad to see you." That would be far more romantic.
You know, you're not wrong.
Shippy.
You're not wrong.
This is just sort of like, oh, Sanji.
Like, the last time he saw Nami, if I remember correctly...
was when he was in the carriage.
Actually, that's not true. They did actually plan things before the wedding together, remember?
That's true.
In Bege's place.
They got to the place, yeah.
But, like, the whole shit went down on Whole Cake Island before they, like... And so they all could have died. It's entirely possible they all could have died. And so they've made it past that, and now they're united, and they're like, yay, yay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little noteworthy.
If he was, like, unusually, like... serious in his like affection towards her, like, oh, I'm so glad to see you, Nami, that would be more shippy bait. But this is just
you know what? You're right.
It's a comedy moment.
You know what, Gib? That is a fantastic point. He is not. I see the word "I love you," Nami, but like he says he loves Nami like all the time. That's not unusual for him at all. So you know what? Good point. Good point. You've convinced me. This is not that big a deal. Pudding, you're a little cucked, but not in a big way. We're all get a little cucked from time to time.
Yes. I love the fact that in, you know, the next panel, Sanji is in. He's very serious, and he's got the nosebleed thing
the
up his
nosebleed.
nose, like, so
it's a subtle thing, you know? Like, he just sticks it in there to indicate, like, yes, Sanji's the same old silly boy, bleeding from every orifice at once.
Yeah.
Oh, Nami's cute face, you know, Mami's cute face is great. I really like it. I really like it. She's like, oh, he's
Oda
okay.
is so good at, like, crying faces that have gross things in them but are still somehow really adorable. Like, her
Nami's
nose...
literally got shit leaking out her nose in this pen, but it's adorable.
How does he do that?
He's just, like, he's good, man. He's good.
He's just good at it.
Oda has, like, trained us to like, people who have been reading One Piece for a long time get that, like if you're reading, like, Bleach and a character looked like that might be, like, a turnoff. But because it's One Piece and we're, like, accustomed to more cartoony stuff in general and more silliness, it, like, allows you to, like, take it more seriously and be, like, more appreciative. It's more dynamic. Yeah, you know, something like that. I don't know.
You know, it is sort of like a childish sort of, like, you know, your bottom lip is all scrunched up, your chin's all scrunched up, and you're, like, tears coming down. It's not a very mature thing, but because of that, it's like, oh, I definitely feel this raw emotion. She's definitely really sad.
You got
and
me,
then
Nami.
Yeah.
You got me. Once in a while, I just like Nami. What can I say?
Well, maybe once in a while she'd like Jinbei, you know?
Oh,
look at him there.
Main character! I see him in the panel! Oh, this is a blessed day! Jinbei is on screen! Thank you, Jesus! Oh, I love... Yeah, let's get our Jinbei thing out of the way. Fuck Jinbei. That's all I have to say.
No.
He's fine. He's fine.
They're talking about something about fucking speech bubbles. Who cares?
I don't even read words. The blah, 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 Big Mom, etc., etc.
I just watch the GIFs. I skip the chat logs. Yeah, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, so, you know, they're saying, oh, the ship's fucked up. But if Jinbei is here and he saved us, and if he wasn't here, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, they're just like getting the characters up to speed. This is all shit that we know. Pedro's fucking dead, but he's definitely alive. I still stand by that. Carrot's asleep. blah, 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 who cares? More importantly, at the bottom of this panel is another cute picture of the slug, looking great.
Well, he is very cute. I just noticed, we can chat later, blah, blah. Where are Pedro and Carrot-chan? And Nami is like, and then Brooke's like, oh, they're sleeping. They are sleeping. So they haven't told them that Pedro exploded yet.
Pedro's going to be fine. This further confirms Pedro will be fine. I'm not worried at all.
It's kind of weird because, like, what does Sanji care about Pedro, really?
Yeah. Like, the fact that it's still coming up, it's, like, not a settled issue. It kind of looks like it is, but it's definitely not. We'll see. We will see Pedro at the end of this arc. I guarantee it.
I really hope he comes back with more bombs.
With more bombs. Just keep trying, Pedro. One of these days you'll get sweet death.
Oh... Well, what episode were we just going off on all like the different Pedro things he was doing?
That was either 1 or 2 episodes ago. I don't remember, but
I really liked
gold.
That. I thought it was really funny. I can't remember what we said.
Yeah, it was great. I think the people enjoyed it. I hope. Press 1 for Pedro. Anyway, they're just... I mean, this is it. Bege gives a call to Prospero himself and is like, yo, fam, tell you what, we got a cake. Let her eat it. And we'll all be okay. So, I mean, they're just establishing, like, yeah, they're just telling them, we got the cake, come to us, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know, this is really dry. This is really dry shit. They're just, like, all communicating to establish who knows what. The point is, they got the cake. Bege has the cake on his ship. They're going off on their own. Big Mom is chasing them to get that cake. And the Straw Hats, most of them, all of them except Luffy now, are reunited back on the Sunny. And Smoothie and her gang are going to, like, themselves and probably a bunch of the, what do they call them, like the tot ships or whatever, going to chase them. So there you go. That's what happened.
This is good because I've wanted Smoothie to get involved properly for a while.
At long last, she's doing something. Yeah.
And now they're probably going to have a fight on the ship. In some fashion.
She's going to do something for sure. We will see her fight. I guarantee it.
I had this idea that Brooke, because he's all dry, that she can't squeeze any juice out of his bones.
Hey, that's
but maybe,
true.
Maybe it would be like, I'm made of bones, you can't squeeze me, but she squeezes milk out of him instead. And he's like, no.
Oh my god, what if she squeezes milk out of my dick? Oh, no. Ew, gross.
Why would milk come out, though?
Okay, here's my reasoning for that, because I was thinking of Brooke at the time, and I was thinking that, like, if you squeeze Brooke's bones, obviously milk will come out, even though that doesn't even make sense. So never mind. But hey, how about this Team Girl Squad over here? With Smoothie, Citron, and Cinnamon, that girl who I said was super hot and I wanted to see before.
Oh, yeah.
And they're long-legged freaks, especially Citron, who is a disgusting creature. You know, somebody tweeted me before.
She's pretty thick, if you ask
She's
me.
pretty thick, dude. Somebody tweeted me before and just like snapped a picture of Citron and was like, and they say Oda can't do diverse females. Checkmate, atheists.
Yeah,
Citron exists.
You got last chapter. You got the fat ass girl.
The fat ass bubble. She's a literal bubble butt.
Yeah.
And
now we've got it's not pear shaped. What would you call that?
It's like Humpty Dumpty shaped.
It's egg shaped.
She is egg shaped. She is egg shaped.
That's a new one. It's a new
nightmare.
one for the books.
Oh, well, but Baron Tamago and her should date and be wed.
What if there's a person called Date? Because dates are like sweet fruits, kind of.
That'd be sick.
And then she has the date fruit, and she's always on a date with everyone.
Dude, just look at Cinnamon's outfit. I feel like her dress has like shrunk since last time. Like, look how tiny her torso is compared to her gigantic legs. And I know she's a long leg. I know she is a long leg girl.
It looks a bit off, like, model.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Even for a weird character design like this. Like, Smoothie looks a little more normal.
Yeah, Smoothie looks okay. I think it's really just that the legs on Cinnamon... I don't, like, it seems like they would meet at her belly button or something weird.
Yeah. And imagine, like, she's wearing a dress. She must be flashing literally everyone all the time. Which is fine by me. But, you know, hey, maybe she does, man. I really dig her style. Like, that sick cape and, like, that big ponytail, which is exactly what Vivi had when she was Miss Wednesday when we first met her. I always liked that look. I always missed it, but, yeah, I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Smoothie's chasing. We're gonna see fight.
You reminded me of like who Citron looks like. It's fucking also from the Alabasta arc, the old man with the rolls, the guns in his hair.
Mr. 10, whose name I forget. Yes, him. And then also, actually, he also had a wife who looked even more egg-shaped than him, and she looks just like her.
Oh my god,
Maybe there are
parallels.
connections. Maybe they're related. Maybe they're best friends. Well, actually, she's a daughter of Big Mom, so probably not, but in any case.
Dude,
yes,
did
One
Big
Piece is
Mom
great.
fuck the Mr. 10?
That guy, Mr. 10? Oh, no. She probably did. I mean, what's he going to do? How are you going to stop Big Mom from fucking you if she wants to? You can't.
How cool. Not cool,
it.
but like how...
Cool.
No, I'm trying to think of like the words.
To get
but like
raped by
how
Big Mom? Not bad.
Not to no. Let me say my whole
Okay.
statement before
Okay.
you put words in my mouth.
Hypocrite
Imagine
endorses rape.
if Big Mom had a kid
Mm-hmm.
who was, if she fucked Gold D. Roger though.
Yeah? I mean,
Like
she's a
if
bit...
she, I mean, that
Yeah.
would be like a good like prize from her perspective to have like the son of the Pirate King. What if she wants to
That's
fuck
true.
Luffy at some point? If he becomes Pirate King, she's like, "Hey boy, come in."
You
It's
know,
like,
okay, this is going to sound weird, but we have not explored the sexuality of Big Mom enough to my liking. And I know that sounds weird. I know that sounds strange, but, like, think about it.
She has not expressed like preferences at all.
No, not at all. And, like, she's had so many children. She's obviously pregnant all the time, which means she's fucking all the time. And, like, it is just... I know she... Like, One Piece is like a fairy tale story a lot of the time, and Big Mom is obviously, like, not to be taken, like... with a lot of One Piece characters, you shouldn't take them, like, super too seriously, especially Big Mom. Big Mom is definitely a, like, larger-than-life fairy tale-style character. And the fact that she has, like, a million kids is, like, part of that, like, mystique of her. And, like, obviously Oda does not want us to think too much about, like, how exactly she had all these fucking kids from all these different fathers. But, like, I'm fascinated by that. I would love to know more about, like, her actual relationships. We know a little bit about Pound, but basically nothing.
I think the implication is that she doesn't give a single shit, and she just rapes them and uses them entirely.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Pound was treated fairly well while she was interested in him, you know? So, like, it's like a little more PG.
She can't
than
have
it could
sex with food, but she would
be. So
marry
she takes
food.
men instead. Yeah. I mean, if you, like, again, because One Piece is a fairy tale story a lot of the time, if you really thought about it, Big Mom is an unstoppable fuck machine. Like, if Big Mom wants to fuck you, she will fuck you. Like, so... In the real world, that would raise a lot of red flags. But in the world of One Piece, like, we can just kind of ignore all that. We don't have to think about that. Like, it was all consensual. It was all fine. No problem. But, and I think that's a large part of why we haven't gotten into it too much. Because it'd be too weird to, like, unpack all that. I would love to know more. Maybe one day Oda could draw... like in an SBS, like all of
maybe
Big
you could
Mom's
draw
husbands.
like a hentai, you know?
No. I meant just like wouldn't it be cool to see like the way Oda will draw like all the characters as like kids or something? Draw a Big Mom's husbands throughout the years. Wouldn't that be cool? I'd love to see that. We haven't seen a single one besides Pound. Like, who's her current husband? Does she have one? I would assume so. I don't know.
You know,
I don't
that's an okay idea. I wouldn't mind to see that. I don't really
I'm
care
very
for the
interested.
story. Like, maybe she keeps them locked up in her book or something.
Yeah.
Or some other prison.
Because of the whole thing with Pound, like, Pound was, like, thrown away because she was no longer interested in him. What if Big Mom was still interested in him, but he didn't want to be there anymore? He'd still be there, and he'd still be fucking Big Mom. Doesn't matter what he wants. It matters what Big Mom wants. So, again, some red flags get raised when you think about these things too seriously. But just food for thought, everybody. Food for thought. Think about Big Mom raping scores of men. Think about that tonight.
Okay.
Right. Moving on. I don't know.
Right,
Big Mom's
so,
chasing?
Big Mom's chasing
Go
Bege,
ahead.
and Chiffon's like, this is what it means to repay someone, right? We gotta do what Sanji wants, and Bege's like, oh, I love you, my wife.
Yeah. That's nice.
So there's like another reason why he's honoring Sanji's word, I guess.
He's
if you
throwing that
wanted
in way late at this point. That's simple. Okay, but I do agree. He's like adding just another extra reason here. But like, come on, man. You didn't. That wasn't why he made that decision before, Oda. Just don't don't fucking talk down to me like this. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know about that panel. It was kind of weird. Maybe it's just the translation, but it's like, damn, this is why I love you, Chiffon. Because she believes in people.
I don't know. Whatever, man. It's fine. I don't care.
It's whatever.
It's yeah.
So yeah, they're just
and now
stuff.
we get to have another discussion about are we still headed to Cacao? Oh no, they actually know that like they are aware of the plan. What are we gonna do now? And then like the fucking big mom pirates all have a big discussion about like, hey Oven, blah, where are you? We need to break all the mirrors. Like where's fucking Katakuri
I don't
right
mind
now?
the mirror thing. That's
I don't mind
setting
it at
up
all
the scene for the next bit. I do have
it's
a bit of a problem because like I didn't think about it before, but like a lot of these panels and pages
so much
are
talking,
like
so many words.
it is quite complex, so we have to explain over and over where we're going and why we're going there.
Yeah. It's the downside of having such a complex arc with so many moving parts. I'll endure it. It's not a make or break thing, but it would be nice.
It's not bad. There's plenty of good pages in this chapter.
Of course.
And
I actually do quite like the idea of the mirrors. How they're like, we have broken every mirror on Chocolate Island or whatever, except for this one, so we know Luffy's coming out of this one. That is very tactical, very logical, and I like it. That's cool. That's smart.
Yeah. So just in case
also,
Katakuri can't kill them, can't kill him.
Indeed.
Which, if we go to the last few pages, it looks like. I mean, it's the same. It's what it looks like. It looks like Luffy's in trouble.
Yeah.
He looks like he's still in trouble, and he looks like he's still on the verge of maybe getting some new power.
And Katakuri is saying specifically, like, his observation haki is, like, getting close to mine, which, again, I don't really love, because Katakuri's worked his whole fucking life, and Luffy learned about this shit, like, 2 years ago. But, okay, fair enough. Like, he's the chosen one. He's going to be really great. Not that big a deal. Not that big a deal.
Yeah. I don't know.
I never want a character who's
about,
too overpowered or like acquires things too easily,
Yeah, I don't know about Luffy being the chosen one. I always liked the fact that he was the son of a revolutionary, but he's not the son of Gold Roger, and he's not related to Roger at all.
That would that would annoy me. That definitely would annoy me if that were true.
Yeah, it was cool that the son of Gold Roger was some other guy.
Yeah, who fucking got ganked and is fucking dead. Man. What a fucking mind job that was.
So he's got like a cool family, but it's not the coolest family. Like Garp is not the strongest Marine of all time.
Though
maybe
of course
he was
Luffy
pretty
has
strong.
Yeah. I mean, Dragon is the most wanted man in the world. Obviously, a powerful guy. Important, relevant, but then like also Luffy like has this like magical, unbelievable luck a lot of the time. I don't know. Whatever. Main character armor, plot armor, a little bit. It's not a big deal. For what he is, Luffy is a great main character. I'm not, looking to shout him too much. But bam, here we go at the end. Katakuri does, again, his really sick Mochi, like, drill attack that I love. Giga drill Mochi. And just takes a big old fucking chunk out of Luffy's side.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fuck.
That's, like...
That's real. That's real pain.
You can't do Gear Second. If you do Gear Second now...
gonna blow up.
That all of your blood is just gonna spew out your side, and you're gonna jet blast into the wall.
You know what they do in like cool cowboy movies or whatever when things like this happen? They like burn themselves shut so they don't bleed out.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah,
what if he uses
burning.
Red Hawk on himself tactically? Hell yeah!
All right. Since there's nothing much to talk about, shall we just try and like think about how the fuck he gets out of this?
Sure. So, okay, for one, I think that JoJo does scenes like this a lot, where characters look like they get hurt really, really bad, and then, like, in a couple chapters, it, like, turns out that it just looked really bad and it wasn't as bad as it was. First of all, I think this is going to turn out to not be quite as bad as it looks. It's going to turn out to be kind of just like a flesh wound.
Well, I mean, yeah, wounds like this have happened before, and they've continued fighting, and it's like, how can he be standing, that sort of thing.
Indeed.
This is, but the thing is, Luffy's eyes are white, and he's like, rah, like...
He's hurting.
I don't know...
Luffy should not win this fight, guys. Look at him. He's getting so fucked up. Luffy should not win this fight. Please,
it's really like,
Oda,
over and over again. At one point he was the underdog with a chance, and it's just like, continually getting beat down. Like, how can he recover? It would be
that's the thing.
Kind of stupid for him to recover enough to win.
And of course...
it wouldn't be stupid enough for him to recover enough to escape, but then he'd be in Cacao Island, and then it would be like the one mirror, and then Katakuri comes out the other side, and it's like, oh no, he's surrounded. What's he gonna do? I think he might have to give up if he escapes.
Well, this brings me right back to remember when Luffy fought Lucci? So, the thing about when Luffy fought Lucci at Enies Lobby was that, just like in this fight, Luffy got unbelievably fucked up. And at the very end, like, Lucci just got a full-on, like, secret ultimate attack. Just like, boom. He just literally picked up Luffy while he was unconscious with his tail and just, bam, hit him right in the fucking chest. Like, as deadly an attack as he could do. He just did it. Like, I mean, he had been fucking up Luffy for, like, hours as they'd been fighting. And then Luffy, like, fell down. It looked like he was going to be over. Luffy miraculously... like, just wills himself to not fall down, and then he just somehow unleashes, like, his biggest attack yet, and then he, like, defeats Rob Lucci at that point. And, like, even back then, I thought, like, wow, like, this is really straining my belief. Like, this is super epic, don't get me wrong, but the fact that Luffy just, like, gets up again after, like, all this fucked up stuff is just... I can believe it. I am able to believe it, but it really does stretch my ability to believe quite hard. A few gomus of stretch.
Yeah.
Indeed. But the thing about this that's different is that in that situation, Luffy literally had to defeat Rob Lucci or all his friends would die. He had to do that. But in this situation, he just needs to escape. They do not need to fight and defeat anyone. So... the stakes are very different here, and I want to see Luffy use other tactics to escape. And he's getting so fucked up. He just got a huge gash out of his fucking side. He's been getting beaten for literally days at this point. He's just been getting beat down. He should not win this fight. I will be a little bit upset if he just somehow wins at this point, even though I kind of feel like that's what they're leading up to.
I mean, we've got other characters. We got the big fat ass girl here.
Yep, she's just laughing.
I mean, she wasn't included for no reason. I think something might happen with her to allow him to escape somehow, but I have no idea what that could be.
He's gonna grab her. He's gonna pop her bubble butt and just super fast as the air escapes, in a fart type noise, because it'll be like a fart. Yeah.
But then he'll need to grab what's her face?
Mirror bitch.
Brûlée. He'll need to grab Brûlée in order to go through the mirror, I think, doesn't he?
That is true. And she's around, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where she is. Fuck. I don't
know, man. I don't know.
It's one of those, like, well, I hope it's not stupid.
Can Luffy win and I'm not, like, completely devastated? I mean, yeah. I won't be, like, flipping out or anything if Luffy comes around. I'll just be like, well, geez. That sure worked out well.
With the fact that they unveiled, like, this is the mirror he will come out of if he comes out. Yeah. That means he's going to come out of it. There's no reason they would show that up. So, like, the fight is not going to end in the mirror world. So he has to escape from it first.
Okay, here's what I think is going to happen. This is how I literally think. I think Luffy is just going to somehow win. He's going to beat Katakuri, and the big moment that reveals that is going to be when Luffy throws Katakuri's unconscious body through the mirror, and he will, like, land in front of everyone, and then he will walk out to establish dominance, that he defeated the strongest Big Mom pirate, except for Big Mom herself.
Dude,
I think that's what this is leading up to.
That's just like Problem Sleuth.
Is it?
Remember that part when he throws the guy into the room to show dominance?
I actually don't remember that part.
You'll have to reread Problems. You'll see it.
Oh no! Time to sleuth retrieval it. Yes. Time.
Yeah, I don't. All right. Say for example he does defeat him. In this place, like he's still got the girl, and he's still got maybe a bunch of soldiers to fight. I think Luffy, if he wins, it will be at the last sort of like breath before he passes out. And if that is what happens, he will be stuck, just unable to do anything. So I think what's going to happen is either he's going to run out the mirror into like the trap, and then Katakuri is going to follow him, making it like a double bad situation. But then something else is going to happen which stops the fight. And Luffy's like, you know, he's going to pass out or something's going to happen. The Straw Hats get there, and then, here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Sanji's brothers, the Germa, they're going to attack everyone next to the mirror, and they're going to save Luffy and run away with him when he comes out.
They have to do something, goddammit. Yeah, maybe.
They have to do something. So
they
like
will do something.
That's the one thing that would likely be the way Luffy does not die. Without him beating Katakuri, which would be strange.
But, like, okay, let's say for a moment that Luffy, like, literally loses and then is saved by the Germa. I think all the shonen babbies out there, like all the kids reading this, would be very unsatisfied by Luffy, like, just straight up losing this fight. Even though guys like you and me might, like, appreciate it for what it's, you know, implying about the character and stuff. You know, I just don't think that's, like, likely the way that this would go, just knowing shonen the way I do.
You're right, but...
You know? Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know, man. Ooh, boy, I don't know. God,
maybe they're gonna give him a Germa like boner pill, and it's gonna make him go, and then he's gonna be like, "I'm fucking good now," and then he's gonna punch him straight through the mirror, back into the mirror, and he's gonna break the mirror at the same time.
Maybe Luffy will get some sort of like hockey infused boner and just, you know, like pierce right through Katakuri's fucking skull. Yeah.
Gear 4th burn. What would win? Right? Super Saiyan 3 boner or Gear 4th boner?
Well, I mean, Dragon Ball Z has a significantly higher power scale than One Piece, so...
Yeah, but just the boner.
Just the boner? Well, fair question. I mean, hockey does give you additional, like, specific hardening properties that I don't know Super Saiyan specifically does. So perhaps Gear 4th Dick would win. Who's to say? I don't know, dude. All right, that's it. We're done. Thank you, everyone. The end. Thank you for this boner discussion, listening, everybody. That was Chapter 892. We're getting real close to Chapter 900. That's going to be exciting. That's going to be fun.
Oh.
And we'll see you on the flip side. And hey, everybody, while you're listening to this, if you are hankering, perhaps, for a podcast live by any chance, we got a little Kickstarter running over on the Procrastinators, where we're trying to fund RadCon 3. And I guarantee you, if RadCon 3 gets funded, there will be a live episode of the podcast. So if you want to throw a little money on there, we will put a link in the description so you can give us all of your cash. And that would be just dandy.
Yeah.
In addition to all this other content we'll make it. So there you go. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. And we'll see you next time. Yeah.
Well, also check out the Discord. We do. Everyone on there loves talking about One Piece all the time. If you love chatting about One Piece, go there. It's great. I love it. It's the coolest place.
It's great. It's open to the public, and there's specifically stuff for patrons. If you want to sign up to be a patron, we got secret chats going on in there too. So you can be an exclusive. You can find One Piece if you just give us money. We hold the secret. All right, thanks everybody for listening, and we will see you next week. Apparently, it doesn't say there won't be one, so I'm assuming that there will be.
All right.
Goodbye, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Ahoy! Oh, that's what you say when you're going.
Fuck.
When you're saying hello, it's like ahoy. What do you say as a pirate when you're going away?
Sayonara, minasan.
Oh no.
Okay, goodbye.